Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the America Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just an open chat. It's a place to come every day and ask questions of me and talk amongst yourselves in the live chat. Have conversations with like-minded individuals about common interests. And like I said, suggest whatever topic you want and ask whatever question you want of me, because I'm not good at answering emails. So I'm here every day. So ask what you want. I will do my best to address it. Doesn't have to be gun related. Now, if you do ask me a technical question about something and I don't know the answer, pay attention to the live chat. Someone out there probably will. So pay attention and participate. Build a sense of community. Like I said, that's one of the reasons we're here. So we have a little bit of a community that isn't as exclusive as a lot of the other gun community. We don't pretend to exclude as many people. So feel free to enjoy the chat and ask whatever questions you want to ask. Now, I like to start off by reading the orders from people who have bought merchandise to help support TYMP, one of the programs we run, or I should say run into the ground, because I'm poorly managed it last month. Aaron Talley got him a t-shirt and a magnet of the government don't kill, guns don't kill people, the government does. Tell that to some of the bigger gun channels right now. They're kind of pushing the idea that guns do kill people. I've even had people in my live chat saying, "No, guns kill people. Those P320s, they kill people." I'm like, so you're saying guns kill people? That's a funny take for a pro 2A person. But thanks to them for buying some merchandise and helping supporting TYMP. If you want to support TYMP or any of the other programs we run, please go over to my website, tympistolproject.com, and sign up. You can buy merchandise like this one of my favorites, Willie versus Bruce. It's a Steamboat Willie Jaws mashup where he's saying, "Oh boy, smile, you son of a," before he shoots the air tank in his mouth. They got hundreds of designs over there. Go over there. You'll find something you like. I guarantee it. And you're supporting a good cause when you buy. All the profits go to TYMP or potentially Handguns for Heroes, because I'm thinking of starting it back up, alternating. And we'll have a chat. Remind me tomorrow, or actually between chats tonight, we'll talk about that real quick. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that this is a restricted channel. YouTube, I got them finally admit to me the other day what they already admitted years ago when they sent the letter to my network, that this channel is a restricted channel. I don't get the benefit of recommendations, etc., like regular channels do. I get my views limited. I get all that kind of stuff done to my channel. So if you want to be someone who actually knows what's going on in this channel and see my videos, make sure you are subscribed. You can use the little buttons down below the chat right here to subscribe, and make sure you turn on all notifications. It is, however, better if you go over to my actual page and do it. I found that is more reliable to do it that way. So I'll put a link in the upper corner of this video where you can go to my actual page, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so that we can help fight back against YouTube's anti-2A bias. So with that being said, let's move on. Oh, and also while you're over there, by the way, I forgot to mention, when you're at TYMP, sign up to be a Subscribe Star supporter. Get yourself some very cool patches like the Corporal patch here that's part of the series. Go over to Patreon, sign up, get some patches like the Mouse Guns patches. That's the only place you can get either one of these is Super Subscribe Star or Patreon. Go over, become a supporter of the channel. $2 a month might not mean much to you, but if enough people do it, it means the lives of some pets to us. So please go over and help. You think maybe your contribution isn't going to matter. It's going to matter. Trust me. With that being said, let's get to, and you can do that at tympistolproject.com. You can pretty much do everything from there. Except order a milkshake or something. I don't do that, but let's get over here to the questions. See if we got anything coming in today. Where are we at? Edgar Cortez donated today, which he made the day start off good. He didn't say nothing, though. He just said TYMP. John Heasley chimed in and said, "I want a knife. Is there any way you can look up my shirt order to be be a sheepdog, not a sheep, and give me the order number I lost. I emailed it to you already, so he has that now. He has that. Sean Bain chimed in and said, and got some entries into the drawings, and says, as a former chef, I have to say I hate coated chicken wings and tenders. I love to dip. I like plain chicken wings better than I do any coating on them. Just like we go to a Mexican restaurant of all places that makes chicken wings, and I love their chicken wings, and I don't dip it in anything. They give you like ranch to dip it in. I don't dip it in anything. I like it. But if I'm going to have a coating on my chicken wings, I like barbecue. Just plain old barbecue, sweet molasses based barbecue. None of that vinegar and sage fucking bullshit they call barbecue in some weirdo states. I'm talking, molasses based. It's sweet, it's tangy, got a little afterburn. That's what I want. But I love that. If you're a chef, you should come here and make me some chicken wings. Ex-chef, but I'm sure he can still do it. Clinton Harrison paid his tithe to Phil and said, Pets and Vets, hail Phil. That's all he said. Jason Thompson chimed in and said, I see somebody saw Dominic Izzo's live chat about female DEIs in police. He takes call-ins. His number is always listed on the screen. He welcomes everyone, even Brandon Tatum, who he absolutely hates. Yeah, I saw that when you sent it to me the other day. It's like, what a joke that that's a police officer. What a joke. Then someone sent me the link to the Dirty Harry's opinion on women in policing when they were trying to hire Lacey from Cagney and Lacey. I'd forgotten all about that. Let's see. Did we have one more coming in here? Nope. That was the last one. That was the last super chat for now. Hopefully we'll get some more here. People can weigh in with questions right up till the end. Let's see. Do we got any emails? I want to go to emails next. We got one here. Let me see if there's any others, or that's just the only one. I got a live chat question here. Let's see. Okay. All right. 9mm Mo-G522 is asking via email. 9mm Luger plus P 115 grain Underwood extreme penetrators for when carrying 9mm, and Underwood 10mm extreme hunters 150 grain when carrying 10. The extreme hunters are better than the extreme penetrators, which they made them in 10mm or in 9mm. Well, I think they only lend themselves to the more powerful calibers, that they wouldn't be as good in the lower calibers. What type of ammo do you keep in your 10mm car Glock? I keep the Underwoods in my Glock. Although it's up there right now, I haven't had the nerve to put it back in my car. Aaron Talley chimed in with a question here, or a statement via email, and he showed us his new. This is an old school gun they don't make anymore. A Vector SP1 9mm made in South Africa. It's basically a space age Beretta 92. In fact, Beretta actually sued them for patent infringement, but they couldn't take them to court since South Africa was under an international embargo at the time. It does look kind of, it kind of looks like a 92 and a Cougar had a baby. And it has very Stoger vibes. It looks more like it's a copy of a Stoger, because that safety is definitely a Stoger design. I like that logo in the grip. It looks like Team Venture from the Venture Brothers. Doesn't that look like a Venture Brothers logo, kind of? So, yeah, and that definitely looks like a Stoger safety. I do like the shape of the trigger guard. It's kind of cool. It's always nice seeing little blasts from the past. And then we got an email from John Heasley where he says he's just showing us a picture of Bella being cute. Oh, look at that face. Looks like a little deer in that picture. Little fawn almost. Then Scorch sent us an email here. Frank Rodriguez. Where did it go? I lost it. There it is. I saw this. I don't know if it's true or not, but it says Colorado man mauled after attempting to join Wyoming Wolfpack. I can't imagine someone was that stupid. A self-described wolf furry from Fort Collins, Lupus Moonhow, 28, was severely injured while attempting to assimilate with a wild wolf pack near Tagwadi Pass. I don't know what that is. If it's true, it's. I don't feel sorry for him, other than the fact that someone should have been his caretaker. Maybe that wouldn't have happened if he'd had proper adult supervision, but it doesn't appear he did. Let's go over here, see if there's any questions on this side of the aisle. Let's see. It's so hard to find questions. Did you watch the peace summit between Trump and Vladimir Putin? I don't have Dish anymore, so I couldn't watch it. I don't have satellite anymore. I used to have what they call it, Direct TV. I don't have that anymore. I just never watched it. Never watched Direct TV. So I was paying $120 a month for something I never watched. We just watch YouTube pretty much. It's pretty much all watch YouTube, but occasionally Netflix or Prime. I don't watch network television or nothing. Big tech uses the algorithm to get rid of the responsibility for anything as if they don't program it. Yeah, that's what they say. Well, we don't got any human interaction. The algorithm makes the decision. Well, you're the ones that program the algorithm. And you can put any channel in there specifically you want to target. So that's just bullshit. It's just something they say when they're in front of a congressional hearing, and we don't get involved. It's just the algorithm. My refrigerator shocked me a couple of times today. Is that a telltale sign to replace it if I've had it for at least 10 years? Well, I don't think a refrigerator should go bad in 10 years, but sometimes they do. They used to last forever. Where's them old kid killing refrigerators? Those things used to last forever. I had one in my basement, an old Frigidaire or something like that. One of the ones that looks like a bullet, kind of. And you open it up in the front, and the freezer's a separate door inside. It's got the big latch that locks it shut. So if you get inside of it, you'll die. Those last forever. That thing had to be 60 years old. It was still running in my basement. I sold it with the house. I wish I'd have took it with me, to be honest, but I'd like to have it out here in the gym. But as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, you mean like static shock or like electric shock? If it's giving you an electric shock, there's probably something wrong. There's some bad wiring somewhere. Did you see the bunker city Zook is building in California? How do you think that would work out for them long term? I don't know what Zook is, and I didn't see anything about a bunker city. So I have no knowledge of this topic. And it's too far away for me to go see what's going on. I don't like going that far. I don't mind if something's happening in Seattle or downtown Portland or Salem, I'll go. I don't care if it's friendly or unfriendly, I'll go. I don't feel like I have a right to talk about things unless I'm actually willing to go. But I ain't going that far for something. So I don't know what that is. I believe the conservatives are more on board with our gun rights. I don't believe that at all. Look when they've been in charge. In fact, a lot of the major gun control has come from conservatives. Ronald Reagan was a big anti-gun guy, and everybody worships him. And what do they do when they're fully in charge? Nothing. They don't do anything for gun rights. You think if they were so pro-gun rights, they'd pass some pro-gun laws or repeal some anti-gun laws. They never do. It's kind of like the same thing with Democrats when they bitch about, oh, the Republicans are giving rich people tax breaks. And then the next term, they're in full charge for 4 years. And it's like, well, are you going to repeal any of them tax breaks? Oh, we've got other things on our plate. It's because both sides are serving the same billionaires and they want the same things. They want us disarmed. They want rich people to not have to pay taxes. They want poor people to be a working class that has no other options. So they don't really serve any of the things they say they serve. They serve the billionaires. That's all they serve, the rich. How many rolls of TP do you think it takes to wrap a mummy? I don't think they're actually wrapped with toilet paper. I think they're wrapped with cloth soaked in certain stuff. So I don't think it's toilet paper. I think if you make a mummy out of toilet paper, well, if they made mummies out of toilet paper, every mummy out there, nobody would ever get killed by mummies, because if you just had a garden hose, they disintegrate when you sprayed them. Or if it rained, how would they make it from like Egypt? How would they sneak to America and strangle people without getting rained on? So I don't think they're actually made out of toilet paper. I think it's a cloth, like a gauze almost, but thicker. So yeah, I don't think it is toilet paper. Call me crazy, but I don't think it's toilet paper. We got Kevin Payton weighing in here with his tithe to Phil, and he said, all hail Phil. Isn't it hard get the little molasses to mix into the barbecue sauce? Molasses, not molasses, molasses. Molasses, not molasses. I don't want molasses in my stuff. Turnip won't even eat the moles. He'll dig them up, kill them, but he won't eat them. He's like, I don't eat moles. What kind of monster do you think I am? He does, however, eat the bunnies. He eats the bunnies and loves them. He eats everything but the head. He just leaves the head in the backyard, and I got to go out back and fling bunny heads over the fence. But he doesn't eat the moles. He just kills them. And I never seen him eat a mole. So I don't want to put molasses in anything, because my dog won't eat them. I don't want to eat them. I've never really considered eating a mole anyway. Per Gustafsson chimed in and said, I want a double action, single action revolver in 22 long rifle that isn't too expensive. I have landed on the Ruger LCR. That's one of the more expensive ones, the Rugers. You can get some like Heritage Arms, and what's the one Ruger makes? Is it the Wrangler, or who makes the Wrangler? You can get those. Those are well, that's single action only. You want double action. So I guess that'd be a good choice. Although the little metal ones are pretty good too. The Ruger LCR X 3-inch and 22 long rifle, it's about $450. There is a Taurus, but they are a hit or miss, in my experience, if they're going to work. I've never had any trouble with Taurus, period. They're one of the largest gun manufacturers in the world. I never opened my soda. Let me open my soda. Oh, I got my water. That's why I didn't open it. I got my water. I'm trying to drink my water. Because I was feeling dizzy and lightheaded. Could be just my age, but it could be dehydrated. But yeah, I like them. But yeah, you're not going to go wrong with a Ruger LCRX. That's for sure. Those are freaking awesome. Now, if I was going to get a 22 rifle pistol, I might look at the Smith & Wesson or the now they're going to be more expensive. But yeah, if you can get that, you're not going to get much better than that. So I would confer with your choice, or I would agree with your choice, I guess I should say. I confer with your opinion. Is that what you would say? Is that the right word? I'm not getting my words right today. I hope I'm getting my point across, even if the words are not the right ones. Hopefully people can decipher my ramblings. It would be nice if they could. All right, let me get back over here to this chat. I don't see any pictures or anything coming in. Are you watching Alien Earth on Hulu? I am not. how far into it is it? I usually wait till these things are all the way done. I don't like weekly episodic shows. I have been spoiled by Netflix binging. I like to watch the show all at once, which that's why shows like The Acolyte and Peacemaker and stuff bother me so much, because I want to watch them weekly because I want to see what's happening, but I kind of want to wait till the end and stream them at the end. A lot of times when these shows come out, like the second season, I'll rewatch the first season to give time for the other season to catch up some, and I'll try to ignore it for a while. What's this? Fan service. Is everybody ready? Yankee is all going to show us some math tricks tomorrow. Exciting times. Oh, I ain't doing no math. I ain't doing no math tomorrow. I don't know where he's getting at. That's tomorrow. What's tomorrow? First Saturday. So tomorrow is the No FUD Zone. So remember, tune in for the No FUD Zone tomorrow. Also, I guess we'll be doing it first, since we're doing this before shooting the shit now. It'll be the first time we've done it before shooting the shit. Maybe we'll keep the panel around for shooting the shit. You never know. I don't know. It might make it last too long because we talk too much. I don't know what we'll do. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow we'll do shooting shit first and then do, I don't know. We'll work it out somehow. Also, speaking of shooting shit, remember you can weigh in at any time during the live chat tonight on the shooting the shit topic. Just use the YouTube super chat. Keep donations low because YouTube steals the money. Topic tonight is, do either of the two major political parties in this country support our 2A rights? So feel free to weigh in on that. We'll get to that probably about 20 more minutes. We'll get to that. If this chat lasts that long, I don't know if we'll have enough questions to last another 20 minutes. When taking a drink, pinky out or pinky in? Well, if you got class, it's pinky out. See, class. I'm classy. You wouldn't like the invoice I would send. Yes, I still do have a few clients I cook for. Well, I'm not paying you. I'm cheap. I'm cheap as fuck. I'll give money to animal charities and stuff like that, but spending money on myself, only thing I spend money on myself for is guns and cars, and that's it. I don't buy fancy clothes. I wear my own clothes because I get them cheap from the supplier. The shorts I'm wearing, if you saw the shorts I wear, they're probably had for 20 years. That's a lot of them are from my Krav Maga days, and I ain't done that in a very long time. So I dress like a homeless bum. I don't drink. I don't smoke. So I don't buy nice clothes. I don't go out and drink. I don't drink at home. I don't party at all. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do any drugs. Well, except for prescription drugs, which luckily I have insurance or I wouldn't be able to afford those. Some of the prices on my drugs are outrageous. If I had to pay for them out of pocket, I wouldn't be able to afford my medication. I'd just have to die early. But yeah, I don't spend money on any of those things. I don't have any of those vices where people spend lots of money. However, I married someone who has an Amazon package show up at the house every day. But other than that, apparently the stolen Valor crusader that took the veteran's patch and told him that he would only give it back to him if he could prove he was a veteran. Well, that's theft, and he should go to jail. Well, he should have gone to jail just for that. I'm sure he's going to go to jail for shooting the guy in the wheelchair. See, this whole notion that having served makes you some sort of elite individual that has some sort of power or authority over other people. That whole mindset causes whack jobs and dumbasses and assholes to act like dumbasses and assholes when they shouldn't. It gives them some sort of like, I've got some sort of right to do this because I took a really shitty job for low pay because it didn't really have any other options and you didn't. You know, that just doesn't strike me as valid. Now, if you did something, you served well and you did your job well, that's fine to be proud of that. but that's something you take pride in your accomplishment, but it doesn't give you some badge of honor that you get to go around and harass other people. So I just never have understood that. That's not the word I was looking up there. Yeah, because Valor says great courage in the face of danger, especially in battle. Most soldiers have never committed a great act of courage. It just has. Most of them will tell you, no, I've never done any great act of courage. And no, just like, oh, I was in special forces. That doesn't mean you were particularly valorous. Most of you have never seen heavy combat, especially not nowadays. There are some, and there are a few, and those people have a right to stand up and say, hey, I did this, and I like when they get recognition. But just, some guy who was like, I worked as a mechanic and for 4 years, and now I'm going to go out here and harass the mentally ill kid who's wearing a uniform. No, fuck you. Plus, I saw the military from the side of criminal investigations. As I was talking with Edgar Cortez today, I was saying what I usually saw was, alcoholism at several times the rate of, the national rate, domestic violence at several times the national rate, assault at several times the national rate, human trafficking, dog fighting, cockfighting, stuff like that. So my opinion of a lot of the people in the military is a little bit skewed. I think most of them are just normal everyday people. And then there's a percentage that are scum of the earth. And then there's a percentage that are cream of the crop. But the percentage that's scum of the earth is higher than the average percentage of people in just society that are scum of the earth. Unfortunately. Human stupidity has no limits. That's probably too. I ordered a new patch. What patch? Oh, you mean from Allen Anchor? Oh, I should mention that. Everybody, if you want to order patches from Allen Anchor, go over to Allen Anchor. I'll try to put a link in this video. If you go over, you can get the Phil patch and be a member of the Church of Phil. It's the Phil loves you, but he will fuck you up. And they even made his rainbow Crocs. We've got the don't point your cock at your Glock at your cock. What could go wrong patch. We got the resist fascism one there. For Washington State. I should make one for other states. And we got one of my favorites, the Eeyore. Guns make me so happy. I love the pink on that one. It's pretty. And then we got the awesome Revolutionary Willie patch. So go over to Allen Anchor. You can buy any of those. And the money all goes to the Pets and Vets Fund. Although I think I might use it also to buy the second round of patches or third round of patches for the subscribe star, because that also is Pets and Vets funded. All right, where was I at? I've lost my place. I gotta find where it was. I shouldn't be doing the all the time. That's so loud. Let's see here, and I just do it. Zuckerberg bought a bunch of his neighbors out and started building the bunkers with no permits. The neighbors complained about noise and he sent them earplugs. Well, he's above the law. It's Zuckerberg. You aren't going to force any law on him. He owns politicians. It's the same thing I'm facing with YouTube. You can't force them to follow the law. They own the politicians. And when they sit in front of them in those little hearings, that's all theater. It's just theater. A lady who got beaten in the Cincinnati street brawl is receiving death threats because the man who hit her is facing up to 30 years in prison if he's convicted. Yeah, just stay off the streets. Don't go out drinking in the streets. I mean, I know there's a lot of places where that's the main activity, drinking in the streets, but don't do it, especially not if you're an adult. I mean, we did it as kids. The biggest thing to do in Point Pleasant was drive up and down the main strip or park in the bank parking lot. So that was the biggest activity. And a lot of them were drinking, but yeah, just don't do it as an adult. That's a good idea, I would say. Does Washington still have gun shows? If they do occasionally, but I don't even go to the Portland one anymore. It's pathetic. It's horrible. Online sales have ruined gun shows. Profiteering has ruined gun shows. So it's just gun shows suck. Back in the day, they were an event. They were something special. And nowadays, they're nothing special. If you had a third ear, where would you put it? I don't know. I don't want a third ear. I guess I put it on top of my head so I can cover it up with my hat. I don't want a third ear. I mean, I guess maybe I could put it on my taint and then I could hear myself fart. But I don't know what else I'd want to do with it. I don't really want one on my taint either. It seems like it would feel weird. Where were we? Where did I just go? Shoe my picture, man. What the hell? I don't know what that picture is. What is it up? Math. Good old hillbilly holler assholes can't do maths. That's insulting to hillbillies. Why would I want to be insulting to hillbillies? Why is that hillbilly wearing Crocs? I'm not showing it. I think you might be insulting me. I'm not stupid. I know when I'm being made fun of. Sometimes. I am wanting to get a rifle. Which of the two platforms should I go with, AK or AR, since I'm new to shooting? Well, I'm going to say probably AR. Just simply because there's so much available for them. There's so many ways you can customize them. If you decide you don't like the way you built something, you can build it different. You got a lot more of that with an AR. So until you know what you want, I think ARs have a lot of advantages. Where am I at? Thoughts on those that claim Congressional Medal of Honor? That's all just political BS. I mean, look at the people that give it to. Just political bullshit. In Columbus, Ohio, a female employee at a Popeye's Chicken went crazy and hurled hot grease at her coworkers and customers. Well, did she go crazy or was that justified? I've been in a Popeye's Chicken. There's many times I've thought of hurling hot grease on people around me. So it can be a pretty scary place. So she might have felt threatened. I could see a lot of reasons why you'd feel the need to protect yourself in a Popeye's Chicken. If you had a third, I read that. Where did I get it twice? Does Pegasus Pizza in Seattle really put horse meat on their pizza? I don't think so. And Pegasus isn't a horse. I don't think he's just a horse. Isn't there a special thing? He's a winged horse, but I don't think don't they have a name for that animal? Let's see. Hold on. Let's look and see. And I don't think there are a lot of Pegasus around. I guess he's just a winged stallion. Yeah, I don't think they definitely don't put Pegasus's meat on there. And I doubt they put any horse meat, period. I don't think it's legal. Show my picture I sent you. No, I think you're insulting me. My Boy Scout master was an MP in the Marine Corps, and he said the exact same thing about people in the military. He's right. And then, did he say that before or after he touched you inappropriately? Which would be safer to carry, Gary the Glock or a P320? They don't shoot on their own. Gary, however, Peter D just chimed in over here with something that's not for the after chat. He said, took my 432 UC on vacation to Florida. That's one I suggested you take. First time flying with a firearm. It was pretty intimidating, but went well and didn't end up needing it So yay. Well, yeah, I would hope you didn't need it. But yeah, it's not hard to fly with one. I mean, the only problem is sometimes you get to the gate and you say, I got to claim fire. I got to declare a firearm. And they're like, oh, I'll have to go get Glenda. She's the only one that knows how to do that, or something like that. And I'll go get some old woman to come out and do it. But it's usually not a problem. I've done it many times. Don't have a problem with it. And nowadays they don't do that. They used to, on your luggage, when you had your gun box in your luggage, they put a big sticker that says contains a firearm. And they're like, why are you doing that? It's just saying this has got gold bars in it. So yeah, don't do that. Luckily they stopped doing that. Let's see here. I think we're out of questions. I know we're all caught up over on the super chats. All right, everybody, if you need to, anybody who wants to weigh in for tonight's after chat, the Shooting the Shit with Yankee, remember the topic is, do you think either of the two major gun party or major political parties in this country actually support gun rights, or is it all theater? Let me know via the YouTube super chat. Keep the donations small because they do tend to steal the money, but it's the only way we can really do it the way we do it. So feel free to weigh in on that. And I think we might be done here. I'm not seeing any questions coming in. Did anybody look up the wolf story? See if it was true? You insult me all the time. Fine, show it after the recording while you are doing the drawing. Yeah, but it's my show. I can insult people. People can't insult me. You show it on your show. I'll show it since he's being such a baby. Hold on. Big baby. Share screen. Blender. This is it. It's no artistic masterpiece. Let's say that. It just says F equals K plus times K. K times X. Math. Good old hillbilly holler assholes can't do no maths. Plus, that ain't proper English. We don't say maths. Never heard a hillbilly say maths. But as I was saying there, I think we are all caught up on all the questions. So we will be closing out this segment of the chat and moving along here. Let me make sure everything over there is for that. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming today. I appreciate it. Thanks to those who asked questions in the live chat, kept things rolling. Thanks for people who shared stuff via email. And a special thanks to people who donate to the Pets and Vets Fund and help keep the channel rolling in the face of YouTube's discrimination being a restricted channel and all. So I appreciate it. We'll keep trying to do as much good as we can for as long as we can and spreading the word of the Second Amendment, the 2A gospel, and the word of Phil for as long as we possibly can, because Phil is very pro 2A, if you noticed. So thanks everybody for everything you do. I appreciate it. I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, I will be doing the after chat here in just a second, so don't go anywhere. But until tomorrow, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.